Hello, good evening. Today I want to talk about some books I wrote from Wednesday the 15th of November until Friday the 17th of November. You can read them online for free. So here it goes. The first book is called Milestones, and this is what it says on the back of the cover. This is a story about being psychotic and schizophrenic. It's about losing sense of reality and recovery throughout the years. I read a lot of stories about the afterlife and made paintings and poems about that. This is the story of being delusional in our time and finding God, learning about reincarnation, the afterlife, and traveling from planet to planet with our twin soul, a new reality in a new age. So here it goes. This is the first piece. During the summer of 2005, I got psychotic again. This time it was for real. In my mind, fantasy and reality got mixed up together, and because of that, I did many weird things. One day, I had a car from a friend and drove around with it after voices told me I could. Without noticing, I kept this car for several days. Since I was time traveling, dimensions were woven together and fantasy and reality disappeared. I lived in the past, present and future. Everyone was after me and was in the center of it all. I had thoughts that there would be a war and that everything would be destroyed. During that time, I had several stories woven together and believed in that. Every day a few, which were combined. Everything I'd ever read or saw was in it. Fantasy from books, movies, music, people I knew. Computer games came to life and I was sucked into that. In different dimensions, UFOs, Jedis from Star Wars passed by. My reality changed and I lived in a robotic world with electromagnetic energies and street signs which could read my mind through my eyes. In my reality of that moment, I saw spirits from people passing by. I walked naked outside. I saw dinosaurs, Christ, spaceships, castles, etc. The main theme was war. I saw images of people passing by whom were talking to me. Even the TV talked to me. In this way, I drove around in that friend's car for several days in which I luckily didn't cause any accidents. At one moment, I also thought I could drive through a truck, like Knight Rider, the series. Through dimensions, I could travel through that truck. I saw people shouting against me to do so. Without noticing, I was on the run, far removed from reality at that moment. I believed in an upside-down world. Green light was red. Sweater on was sweater off. Door open was door closed in another dimension. When being at home, I even drank shampoo and things like that, because it was good for me. Many other things happened, but I can't recall everything. I tried to predict the future big time. Then another piece from my third book, A Pharaoh's Guiding, Psychosis and Reincarnation. And here it goes. I'm moving through time. I saw myself drown within fantasy of the world. A scene. How long did it last? Am I participating in the mess we are in? A war deludes you. What is important? Anxiety controls most of the hungry people. A bullet is an easy way out. To shoot another person or to commit suicide. What is control? Is it necessary? Doing bad things you have to make good for in future lives. A movie passes by. Darkness, darker than the night. Where am I? Can I understand the situation I'm in? Like a nightmare haunting you day after day. Time fades away. Soon I will be ready. I'm moving up the stairs to the higher grounds, looking down in foggy places of the past. I had a good life. I'm satisfied. From there on, love will shine in every future life. Letting go of the frames of my camera, black and white shots of another time. Color changes everything. Closer to home. More easy to move in between energies of love. Personality and character make you feel alive. A good person dying and being reborn again. Remembered for everything he or she did. Great souls will be remembered, even if it takes many lives to understand. Ahead of time. Individual thoughts to create collective thoughts. Lending a hand to understand. Being pulled up. Some things had its time in the past. They won't be needed anymore. Looking many steps ahead, like playing a game of chess. How deep concentrating are you? Is each step a life or a thought in many choices you have within one life? A day in a year, a cycle, working on progress, sleeping to understand and to forget. Stars shined from the past before you were born. A path we all took. We are all reincarnated souls, different point of views, but don't get lost though. Planets and stars everywhere, invisible paths so close. The gates will open up in time with bigger cycles for a better understanding. Moving from planet to planet for a long time already. Moving from the afterlife to the earth for many years without knowing about it. It is our home for now, living between two worlds. Then another piece from the same book. I have been around the globe many times, as male and female, on all continents, as a brother and sister, being reborn time after time again. I think that is really beautiful. Why should we kill each other? Why should we discriminate each other in colors of skin and in male or female divided? Another war on the horizon, a waste of time, dying again. For what? Being divided while we are the same as a whole, a different opinion, a different religion, a different country. In this life, I'm Dutch. In the afterlife, I'm a person of love, trying to change the ways we think. Lives will fade away. Thinking about the past, I had many religions throughout my lives, only to notice that most don't talk about reincarnation and traveling with your twin soul to other planets. We fought in many wars, only to notice that it was a waste of time. How can I shake hands with future lives in the love of God, in universal love? I quit with earthly visions, stuck within one life and destroying everything that comes on your path. Stardust in front of my eyes. We'll meet again. Not being stubborn and in hate to other living creatures. Take a step back and look at what you have done in this life. The afterlife is really beautiful, and I want to resonate with the highest spheres in love and not in pain and sadness. Don't do things you will regret. God is justice as well. Time to change big time. Then another piece. This is from my fourth book, Being Chronic, Psychotic and Heavy Schizophrenic, Vlog Summer Autumn Time of 2019. Reality can be far away from when being delusional, moving from frame to frame within labyrinths of time, an eternity in a darkness. You get disconnected from the flow of life, a copy of your mind, drawn away in a nightmare. The gradations move further in fantasy worlds, cut off, mirroring within yourself, swallowed eventually. What are your visions on the afterlife? You don't need to search for it in the mind, projecting them on and on in eternity. Learning about the afterlife does help to get rest in your system. It is an eternity in universal love, not stuck inside mazes all the time, feeling the flow to get connected again within yourself, but also the bigger picture, a part of universal love in new worlds, to be seen or not to be seen. They will arrive eventually. You will get rewards from everything you do, building stairs to the highest spheres, personality and character, being famous within love of yourself towards other people, within love of God, a true reality you can't lose. Moving through fantasies again, projecting that on time, I do feel more at ease, letting go of them more easily. Still trouble with the calendar and expectations within my life, dividing my projections in short and long-term thoughts. Through time I will learn, letting go and grabbing new possibilities. Never psychotic again. That is my goal. Learning about the mind and soul, so I can't get lost. Taking my medicines daily, to which I will be able to feel rest. I tie it in my mind, getting rest to see differently. New realities, new frames, like having a haircut. You need that sometimes, and it makes you feel good. Nightmares can haunt you for a long time, but when getting out of them, they never return. You can never fail and fall again. Big lessons to be learned. Reincarnations will tell you everything you need to know eventually. Words like feelings growing higher, experiencing God in all its glory, from thoughts, feelings to bigger gestures, from body to body, soul to soul, everything will return in energy throughout the universe. Fatherhood and motherhood, everywhere to be seen. Humans, animals and nature, from the afterlife towards the earth, to other places in the universe eventually, traveling there with our soul, invisible, not to be seen by our eyes, like atoms. You know they are there, but you don't see them. That is the same with our traveling through the universe. We're not even halfway yet. And then my latest book is called New Milestones. And this is more with my diary inside of it. Wednesday, the 30th of June, 2021. I'm listening to the Riders on the Storm from The Doors. What a great song that is. I really like The Doors a lot. I'm sitting in my room, having thoughts about things. I'm still off track sometimes. In the meantime, I'm lighting up a smoke. The rain drops down, even outside. The song ends, and Jim Morrison sings on with poetry. Beautiful woven words through the air of the night. Sometimes I'm really within myself, figuring out where I am, within my thoughts, lost in fantasy, drifting away. That isn't always a bad thing. When being in psychotic settings in different thought, it's different though. Being in a fantasy, projecting your reality on other thoughts. Alrighty, it's nearly 10 minutes, so I have to quit with this one. I would say check them out. You can get my ebooks for free on Amazon under my own name of Evert Jan Guit from Wednesday the 15th of November until Friday the 17th of November. And I would say have a really great day and until next time. Bye.